Aloha, everybody. Welcome back. Grab your favorite cool, refreshing beverage as I go over what happened this week. First and foremost, the SRT Touge time attack on Akina. Today, helping me explain this endeavor of an event is SRT's Phoenix Dawn. Introduce thyself.
Hello.
Yes, greetings. So, Phoenix, what exactly was the gist of the event when you were making this?
It was a pretty masochistic event design with an endurance race going up and down Akina at the same time. Really just aiming for the authentic street racing vibe, not knowing what's around the corner, the possibility of a head-on crash, and those certainly did happen.
Yes, so I'm guessing the expectation was everything will just go smoothly. You see two people coming at each other, but they'll swerve at the last minute, right?
The the expectation was pretty much constant head-on collisions, and it actually wound up turning out with fewer than we expected.
Ooh, wow. In my experience during the event, yes, I was one of the contenders in that glorious demolition derby. I was pretty focal in creating quite a few collisions.
Yes, there were a number of collisions, and so many, in fact, involving Gopnik that he wound up earning an accolade for being the victim of so many crashes that weren't his fault.
Yes,
Somewhere around over half the incidents we reviewed after the event involved Gopnik, and only like one of them were his fault.
poor Gopnik. He was the literal punching bag in this one, not even figuratively.
Indeed.
But a quick rundown of everyone who under the sun who even joined the event. Starting off in first place, we got Anan, who is driving an NSX. All these are the TL2 cars, mind you, just to keep all the versions the same.
Yes.
Because at Toge Workshop, they update their cars, but not everyone updates their cars, so there's a slight deviation.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I,
Indeed.
I believe in the future it'd be stellar if, say, they put a little remark next to each car version 1.1, 1.2. That would be great.
Yes, yes.
But we're not
Indeed.
we're not here about mods. That's later for reviewing them. In second place, we got Fire Truck 125, and he was driving a cool Lady.
He managed to lead most of the race up towards till the end.
Yeah, and you're probably thinking at this point, wow, that's a nice variety of cars. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. Dog Gamer came in third. He was driving the Evo 6. Fourth place, that goes to Gopnik, despite all the crashing he had. He still managed to get fourth. He's driving the Evo 6. I ended up somehow in fifth place, driving the TL2 Supra. I don't know if y'all have driven that, but if you're going below 60 miles an hour, maybe even 70, you don't corner, you drift it. It's not a matter of whether you want to drift it or not. You will drift it because of all the.
Award was given to you, Blastback, for low angle drifting every hairpin and low speed corner, thanks to the nature of the Supra.
Yes, I thought the extra horsepower would help me on the uphill. Newsflash, it did not. Next up, we got Mattia, who ended up having to retire. Accidents happen and such. And I believe he was driving
EG6.
EG6. Thank you, thank you. The one person I didn't ram in the event, of course, I don't remember what they were driving. Then we got Nice Name, who was driving another Evo 6. He came in seventh place. Eighth place, we got SR Facundo, another Evo 6, but he ended up having to take a break partway through the event, refuel his stomach. And then finally, we got Nismo R. It was quite
We're
an interesting endeavor he tried to pull through.
Yes, he retired fairly early after just a lap and a half due to a couple of severe crashes.
Yes, foresight is always a necessity. So if you're planning on competing in events, do not use that event to train a sibling how to drive. That is
Yes.
not. There's a reason why when you're learning to drive, you do it on roadways that don't have cars. And finally, to wrap up all the awards on the event, Nice Name actually ended up getting the Comfortably Insured Award, seeing as he was involved in the least amount of accidents.
Yes, very safe driver. Even though Gopnik was just as cautious, Nice Name actually managed to find himself not in any incidents except for maybe one or two guardrail hits.
Nice Name, kudos to you for knowing how to drive on public roadways. That's great. Unfortunately, it doesn't exactly help you because being cautious around every corner doesn't get you the seconds that you need. When I was joining in this event, I was under the assumption that this was a one off, but it isn't.
It is a part of the SMDS, the Spitfire Multidisciplinary Series, and we tentatively have the next event planned as a rallycross towards the end of this month. And we are currently looking at a rallycross event that might possibly involve a lot of VTech. Details still undecided, but possibly a lot of VTech.
Ooh, gotta love that B Tech, everyone. But thank you for joining me today, Phoenix. And now we get on to team changes. First up, Afterglow, which has been absolutely hemorrhaging people this week. Afterglow saw Banty, Scolaris, and Firefang leave, as well as Atheon, who left to go join Kamikaze. Speaking of Kamikaze, they also saw Uisi and Broly join. And to wrap up team changes and an amendment to the previous week's episode, Nightmare had left Dark Souls to join Infinity. But that's everything under the sun that happened this week. I'm Mr. Potato Man, signing off.